It's a different race to the US Barclays, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Paul told me he had an idea that he was going to run this ridiculous race.
I think it's a bit more accessible, but it's still going to be super hard.
Of the adventure of these things, you know, so finding books and checkpoints and tearing pages out, you know, if that's your thing, this is the event for you.
What inspired you to do the race?
Because on paper, I wasn't capable of doing it. So it's an inspiration to prove everybody wrong.
My husband was doing it. He'd had a huge accident several years before and he shouldn't have been doing it. So we thought if he can do it, we ought to do it with him to support him.
The people that were taking part all had their own personal goals. So you weren't necessarily racing anyone, you were taking on this challenge as almost a team to try and get your own personal goal achieved.
What was your goal during the race?
To stay alive.
Signed up, I live right up in Durham near Newcastle, so it was a long drive, but it was so worth it.
I just turned off my head torch and just stood in the dark, and I realised how amazing the stars were and how great it felt to be out by myself, even though I'd been a bit nervous of that.
What was your high point on the race?
My pint of beer in the pub at one of the checkpoints.
What was your low point on the race?
The cows in the dark, 'cause they were terrifying.
I learned that the countryside where I live is fantastic and places I'd never been to.
I learned also how much fun it is to head out without feeling like a competitive race.
But whatever your goal is, just come and have a shot at it. You know, the people who came and did one lap loved it, as did two. There was a few of us did three, and nobody got four this year. So can you be the first to make four next year?
They've got some new things coming in for next year that are going to make it even more challenging and more different to a normal ultra.
Would you recommend the race?
Absolutely, totally, it's awesome.
I would 100% recommend the Berkeley Marathons to anybody who wants to push themselves and try something different.
Are you going to do it again?
We are indeed.
See you in 2023.